big 221 points move from the benchmark Nifty in today's trade, and it did take out that psychological 18K mark with a lot of confidence today. Good evening, traders. 8th of November 2021, Monday evening, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We are looking at the 75-minute time frame of the Nifty near month futures. We have been working on this particular time frame over the last few days, and there you can see very clearly a big breakout. 75-minute time frame in the Indian equity market generally offers you 5 candles, 5 equal length 75-minute candles. So if you take a closer look, the first 75 minutes was fairly choppy, volatile. It kept on going up and down, stabilized the next 75 minutes, and then the breakout came from almost noon onwards. Throughout till 3:30 throughout the day, it kept itself up, managed a little bit of bounce back towards the end. 18,100 is also scaled up. If you've been following my videos, we've been talking about the psychological 18K, these lows, and the entire zone of 18K to 18,150, primarily because of the fact that we had the VWAP alongside some higher volumes when we look at the volume profile. I have 2 volume profiles drawn here, one from this high point all the way down to the low, and the other one is this correction. I also have a Fibonacci projection of this leg up. So if I name this leg, let's say 1, and this correction was 2-legged, 1, 2, 3, or ABC, this is the third leg, or 1, 2, 3, the third wave or third leg that is picking up. And the projection of this leg, the first one, brings us targets close to 18,144, met today, congratulations. 18,275, an interesting number which is close to its point of control of 18,300, and then 18,650, 652, an all-time high. Fibonacci projections, retracements, these levels are prospective levels. When they confluence with supports and resistances and other parameters, the probability of these levels to be met goes up. So we're not going to buy the fact that 18,275 will come or 18,652 will come, but we'll keep an eye at 18,275, 18,300, because nearby there are a couple of reasons which can act as resistance. The important level from here on, tomorrow or going forward for the rest of this week, is to sustain and not to give away. The break above 18K has been impressive. One word I can think of is definitely impressive, because it didn't blink as it was taking out that 18K mark, 18,100 mark, and settled fairly strong today. As it drops down, if it drops down, and of course most of the I think if we go to 15-minute chart, it will be clearer. Yes, taking a look at the 15-minute chart, I'm going to take out this VWAP. So this is the move that we've had today. This was the start of the day, this is the end of the day. A little bit of volatility, if you can clearly see what happened in the first few minutes, and then the big move up. So any form of pullback, any form of a short-term correction is very likely, and in such a case, a very classical technical analysis concept is erstwhile highs should hold. So which means that as it drops down, the psychological 18K mark should hold. We can allow the index 100-150 points to cool off. It wouldn't look good, it won't feel good, but then that's how prices may react if they're volatile. So I have a 15-minute VWAP also, which is, you know, pushing itself close to that 18 mark. So 18,000, 18,050 we can live with. If the index comes down, still there is possibility of further extension on the upside. Cautiously bullish was the stance. Let's keep it cautiously bullish. We've seen stocks giving pretty good move today, and let's talk about few stocks which can give some move in tomorrow's trade. Before that, I'll talk about Bank Nifty. Disappointing. I feel sorry for the index, because all that it did today was to bounce back from its intraday low of 39,051. Now, at a close, the index was completely flat, just a gain of 73 points. This divergence between the Nifty and Bank Nifty in today's trade is primarily because of one particular banking stock, which is InstaView Bank. The stock is down 10% and it gapped down big time and fell throughout. If we take a look at niftyindices.com and we come to, let's say, equity, sectoral and Nifty Bank, then I think it should give us around 5-6%. Let's check. As we scroll down and we take a look at the sectoral distribution, there you go. There you 5.2%. So 5.2% weightage from the stock, down 10%, did matter to the overall index. So Bank Nifty could have done much better, should have, but sadly one small stock dragged it down. Rest of the counters were fairly okay. If we quickly take a look at the banking space and sort it in terms of gains, we had the movement continuing from Bank of Baroda. Kotak Bank was a very good bounce back after that short-term correction that it went through. AU Bank is just consolidating, looks good from a long-term perspective. PNB there also kicking in after this big fall that it went through. Bob is relatively much better in comparison to PNB. Going forward, we can keep an eye on HDFC at short-term supports. State Bank of India seems to be a little stretched, beautiful engulfing there. Earnings behind it had performed well, so it's all behind it, and I think that the stock will consolidate. So iBank, HDFC Bank are the two stocks that one can look at. Beautiful bullish Arami cross on ICICI Bank near month futures on the daily chart today. So this counter would definitely be an interesting one to keep a close look. So quickly, Nifty cautiously bullish. Let's stay there, cautiously bullish as the stance. Definitely better than going bearish and paying the price. As long as 18K holds, the chance of further upsides towards 18,275, 18,300 stays. Whether it will come or not, we will check that. We know that the index had traded really good volumes throughout this zone from 18,150, 130 all the way towards 18,300. So we'll see how smooth the index manages this level, or it kind of struggles. It's going to be important. For this, stocks which have heavy weightage stocks counters will definitely matter in the next few sessions. We'll take a look at it. So stay bullish. As long as 18K holds, stay bullish. Okay, there's no particular reason to go bearish right now, as I've been saying. The short-term trend, which was down, is now on the verge of a reversal, and a confirmed close above today's high would definitely mean that the index is back to a short-term uptrend. The top stocks has performed really well in today's trade. We've seen Kotak Bank gaining really well. These are the 75-minute charts. I'll change them to the daily chart, and I'll bring in an element of Heiken-Ashi and the volumes and short-term momentum as well. Tata Motors, remember this line that we had drawn, I think a week or a week and a half back, is on the verge of a nice breakout on the upside. But I would like to bring your focus to Reliance Industries. We did talk about ICICI Bank, beautiful bullish Rami cross. TCS and HCL Tech also can be important, interesting counters which can support the index, which can push the index further on the upside and sustain above 18K. Bharti Airtel, if you remember, is a counter which is stuck in a range. It's consolidating. It inched above that levels of 717, 720 and falls down, but beautiful uptrend. It's just essentially buying time. So you probably have a breakout in your hand sometime soon if the index supports it. From today's video, market analysis, I will take you to the Spider software and run some scans in front of you, which I've been doing over the last few months on the Nifty 200. So this is my Spider software screen. Let's go to technical query. Let's load the InstaView scanner, which is essentially inside bar and the others. This is the Nifty 200 universe, as you can see here. So let's hit the run button. We've got one stock which has created an inside bar with low volumes, which is City Union Bank. It has, both the bars are relatively wider. it's not a very good inside bar if you honestly ask me. In fact, it's engulfing on the daily charts. Doesn't look so good. I think we'll do better by not trading this tomorrow or looking at it, placing orders. Coromandel on the Harami pattern scan. Interestingly, this is not a bullish Harami, because for bullish Harami it has to be red and then green, which was the case in these 2 days. Now this was Moro trading, so we have to discount this. So we have a red long day and then a small spinning top kind of a day. So we can consider this, if you ask me. Not a divergence as of now. Heikeneshis has also started to consolidate very clearly. It can be a different kind of a trade going above today's high of 784.65. The good thing is it's facing support. It's at supports from its lows, which was over here in August this year. So can be a bounce back candidate. Then you have UPL, negative bar and then a positive bar inside. This calls for a bearish Harami pattern. The range has been expanding for the last 2 days. Ideally below the low is when the bearish Harami will kick in. Resistances is definitely there. So I would like to take a look at the weekly. Pretty strong charts on the weekly and the 75-minute time frame. So essentially, if you take a look at 75-minute time frame, the stock gave a big move from 720 to 755, after which it has consolidated. Not a very good bearish Harami pattern to trade. It has indication to break on the upside. And then we have Lal Path. So see, this kind of scans today, the scans that we are doing may not give us the best of signals, primarily because the last candle, which was this one last Thursday, is Moro trading. So we should discount this, and so these scans that we are doing today may not give us the right picture. It's not giving us the right picture. So from tomorrow onwards, I think the scan results will make more sense. So we'll pass Lal Path Lab as well. Breakout perspectives, Ajanta, PNB, yes, you can definitely add this counter. It can do a catch-up game. Then we have Procter, UPL. See, it comes in the breakout, so you can add UPL as well. And then Coromandel. So not bad. In fact, Coromandel, UPL, PNB can be your breakout counters. Nothing in Oracle long. In Oracle short, we have City Union Bank and Adani. None of them are in a strong downtrend, so I don't think so. Going short in this kind of market environment will make much sense. A quick look at the delivery percentage. Now this is interesting. This is quite a long list. I have put in some numbers. 1 lakh minimum quantity for delivery quantity. I have scanned the Nifty 200 universe over here, and the delivery percentage should be between 70% to 100%. And I have some good names: Reliance, Infosys, Hindustan Unilever, HDFC AMC, HDFC Bank, HCL Tech, and Hero MotoCo. Out of these names that I can see here, few which I really think can give us a short-term move soon. Reliance, yes. Infosys has given us a move today and can follow through. Hindustan Unilever consolidating after the big fall. Hero MotoCo I would stay away from for the time being because it's been an underperformer for quite some time. But HDFC Bank definitely yes, and HCL Tech definitely yes. So HCL Tech, HDFC Bank, Infosys and Reliance are really interesting counters which have come in as high delivery percentage, above 70%, where the delivery volume is also greater than 1 lakh shares. So overall, I think we will do good to maintain our bullish bias, at times going cautious, at times lenient. As we record this video tonight, the SGX is up 34 points, trading at 18,172. So let's see how it opens tomorrow morning and how we trade through. But there are prospective counters which can support the index, which I think will. So as long as 18K holds, keep a bullish bias and make most of the fresh momentum which we have picked up in today's trade. I hope these videos are helping you. Do let me know your views, any suggestions or feedback. It will definitely help me. Till then, take care of yourselves, trade well and trade wise.